In this video, I'm conducting an interview with Pete Jarvis. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, so I can work on that. And I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, in this video, it's my pleasure to be conducting an interview with Pete Jarvis of the North Jersey Backgammon Club. Welcome.
Thank you, Alex.
My pleasure. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I'm
Very
excited
good.
about this. Is nice. Thank you.
My pleasure. And you're in obviously North Jersey, but what city are you in?
I'm in Woodland Park. Woodland
Woodland.
Park. It's just about 30, 25, 30 minutes from the Lincoln Tunnel. So I'm sort of about a half hour outside New York.
Okay, and that's like not far from like Newark, New Jersey, right?
No, it's not far at all. It's also
And,
about the same distance in a different direction.
right. Is the Lincoln Tunnel what connects Newark with New York City? Is that what that tunnel?
No,
No.
it connects to New York City, but more north of
Oh,
Newark.
I see. North. I see. I see. So,
I could also say I'm about the same distance from the George Washington Bridge.
okay, okay. So I'm not familiar with like
Sure.
all those landmarks, but I did hear this joke about New Jersey, and I think only people from New Jersey get it. So you'll probably get it. It says these two guys meet. One says to the other, "Where are you from?" He says, "I'm from New Jersey." He says, "Oh, really? Which part?" Well, I'm from the good part. He says, "Oh, really? Which part is that?" And he says, "I'm from New York."
That's great.
And I think that's something that only people from New Jersey get. But it's really a pleasure to have you. I understand you started the New Jersey Backgammon Club, so we'll be talking, or the North Jersey Backgammon Club. So I'm excited to talk about that. I'd like to start with a bit of background biographical information, if I may. I know you live
Certainly.
in New Jersey now. Where are you from originally?
Also, New Jersey, about 20 minutes from where I now live. I've lived here my whole life.
Oh, great. And what kind of work do you do?
Well, I recently retired, but I was a college professor for about 35 years or so, teaching at several colleges. And I was a musician, playing mostly in New York as a percussionist and a conductor, and a composer. And I retired from performing, but I still compose, so I'm still quite active as a composer.
Right, and you were teaching at the you were teaching music at the colleges, right?
Yes, percussion and chamber music. I'd conduct chamber music groups and so forth.
That's fantastic. What college were you at most recently?
Uh, Actually, well, William Patterson University, I was there for 35 years, and I was also
Oh,
teaching at Connecticut College, Bergen Community College, and I've taught at others. And I've retired from all of them at roughly the same time.
no, okay, great, great. And are you married yourself?
No, no longer.
No. Okay. Do you have kids?
Yes, I have two kids, a son and a daughter.
Okay. Do they play backgammon?
My son's getting into it. We're playing a
Yeah.
lot online. He lives in New Mexico, so we're playing a lot online.
Oh, really? What city in New Mexico is he in?
Albuquerque.
Really? I lived in Albuquerque for a year. I did training.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
It's a
have you been there?
wonderful, yeah, it's a wonderful place.
It's beautiful. I really enjoy it. It's very scenic. The people are nice. I enjoy the food.
That's
Um,
exactly what I've experienced.
as a matter of fact, when I was there, I was doing training for a year. And at that time, there was a backgammon tournament in Denver. So I flew there for the weekend, and that was like one of my first like major tournaments. So that was a lot of fun. So good, so good. My son, I have a 9-year-old son, and he plays backgammon. And my daughter is 3 years old, and she doesn't really play, but she likes to like play with the dice and the checkers and things
Oh,
like.
that's great.
But yeah, it's kind of a game where you play intergenerationally. You learn from your parents, and that's what happened with me. How did you first start playing backgammon?
Uh, This when I was married now years ago, or I think first with my brother, but we're going back now far enough for me to remember. That would be, in the early '80s or late '70s or something like this. And then I hadn't played for quite a while, but it was always in the back of my head, and I loved the game. And now that I'm retired, I'm playing, and I thought I would take that a little bit further and start this club to try and bring more people in and develop a social organization, locally and so forth. So now I put quite a lot of time into it.
Well, that's great. And I guess for you, it was the retirement that led into you having more time and being able to do this. And it's actually interesting because I feel like I know a lot of players that are like really good players or just players in general that are retired and they have more time to spend on it. So that's really nice. So what kinds of hobbies and interests do you have outside of backgammon? I understand music, of course.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. It was always for my whole career. I've been playing music for over 50 years. My whole career, uh, people would ask, how my work and my hobby were pretty much the same thing.
That's
You know,
good.
I was so absorbed in music, total immersion, and I enjoyed teaching greatly. So these things more or less bled into my hobby. I found even when I was involved in music as not professionally, I somehow would spend my spare time in music. So I don't know, but now also that I'm retired, I spend a great deal of time at the St. Agnes Food Pantry in Little Falls, New Jersey. I do volunteer work, but I'm there, 5 days a week, sometimes more, give or take, sometimes every day. So I put quite a lot of time into that, and it's I find that quite rewarding. So I guess that's a pretty significant hobby of mine. I'm pretty dedicated to that.
That's great. They say if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Well, I think that's true. I certainly found that in the case with music. I
Yeah,
certainly found that.
that's fantastic. My son loves music too, so he's really into that.
Oh, good.
So you recently started the North Jersey Backgammon Club, and what motivated you to start that?
Um, I had the time. I wanted to do something in the community that could bring some community folks together in a social way, and I also wanted it to sort of be something that I didn't think there was one around similar. I don't know. I mean, because they're all over the place, but I don't know of one in this area. So I thought
Right.
it would be nice to start something like that and give me a chance to play backgammon. So it was kind of a community outreach and so forth.
That's great. That's great. I know they have some in New York, not too
Oh
far.
yeah,
So, I mean, I guess you can visit. I think you have visited some of those
yeah.
before, so
Well,
you've
oh
learned.
sorry.
Tell us about that.
Well, one of the reasons I also did it. Well, no, to directly, you were just saying, no, I haven't been involved in them yet. I plan on going to one, as I think I was saying earlier, in a
Right,
couple of
right.
weeks. I'm going to go to a meetup there on a Wednesday night. That meetup happens to be on the same night of the week where my club meets.
Oh, I see.
So I haven't really been there. They're both Wednesday nights. But it
Okay.
turns out the one in a couple of weeks, my club's not meeting, so I'm going to take the opportunity
Okay.
to scoot over there.
That'll be nice. You'll get to see how other people do it. So, how did you first start all this?
Well, one of the through the church, or through what one of my initial thoughts were, and then I expanded upon that. I thought that it would be nice to have a group to play in a social way. And I myself, I mean, I've been kind of going in and out of New York, playing and so forth for decades. Uh, and I love New York, but it is quite expensive to get there. It does take a lot of time. Traffic can be brutal.
Right.
Parking is expensive, and so on and so forth. So I just thought there might be other people around that have the same thought as me, that it'd be nice to have something right in the area for those who don't have the time and wherewithal to go in and out of New York, and it's free parking at right there.
Right, right.
It's a really nice venue for what we're doing, and I just thought it would be nice to have something local, accessible, and easy to get to and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember. This must have been 20 or 25 years ago. There used to be some people that would just play socially, not like a formal club. They just meet at the coffee shop that actually happens to be next door to my current office. But they would just go there and play, and I would see people play, and sometimes I'd go there and play. But this is like more of a formal thing that you've started, which is good. I know, like nowadays, there's like all sorts of social media and Facebook groups, so you can get started with that. And tell me, you started one too, right?
Yeah, I have a Facebook group called North Jersey Backgammon Club. So yeah,
Okay.
I would encourage as many people to come to that as possible. I'm trying to develop that a little bit. This club, I only started this club a couple months ago, so
Yeah.
I put some time into it every day. I'm trying to develop, and I'm starting to add things that it would be of interest to people beyond just announcing schedule and stuff like that. I'm trying to start to post positions dealing with strategy and things like that, things that can invite people to participate and communicate, as you well know how those strategies
Right.
go. So I'm just trying to expand it. And like I said, I do a little bit every day. And I'm trying to find out some of the things where I find the is getting the most interest, and then I want to expand on.
Right. Right. Let's take a look. I have this
Oh, great.
Facebook group pulled up here. Are you able to see that now, Pete?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. So this is North Jersey Backgammon Club. I encourage people to join the group. You could just click here. I'll put a link in the description to the Facebook group so people
Great.
can
I'm
find
happy to
it.
say you're a member. That delighted me to no end. And as soon as people
Yeah.
saw your name in there, more people started joining.
Did they?
I'm sure there was a connection.
Well, good, good. I mean, I like to promote like backgammon in general, and anybody that's trying to start a club, I'm happy to help with that. Um, and this is a picture with you and Richard Munitz, right?
Yeah, and that's been a treat. When I was looking to take some lessons, obviously I wanted to try and find somebody on an extremely high level, and he's of course one of the best. I mean, he is, and we only live about 30 minutes apart.
Really?
So it was very. Actually, I first became interested in working with him when I was watching the Chicago Open, and Bill Riles was doing an interview in between the matches, and he had Richard come out and speak about his work with writing and developing the rule book that he had.
Right, right.
I just liked the way he spoke. I thought everything was so clear and concise and right. I just thought I loved his personality. I said, wow, I'd like to meet up with him again. And it turned out we live very close to one another. Or at
Yeah,
least 30 minutes is pretty close to me.
he's like north of New York City, is that right? I
Yeah,
believe.
that's right, northwest a little bit, and I'm south of Richard by half an hour.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. I did an interview with Rich too. I don't know if you got a
Well,
chance to
yeah,
see
I've
that.
watched it. It's great. And in
Yeah.
fact, I just recommended just last night by coincidence. I recommended for my son to click on that.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
It's fantastic. He's an outstanding player and actually just like a really good person. He's done a lot for the USBGF in terms of the rules as well as the online tournament series. So I don't know if you've seen when uh the ABT tournaments have the tournaments, you can look at the brackets online. He was the one that was responsible for designing all that.
Yeah,
And
that's incredible. And he's also on top of all that, and being a very generous teacher.
yeah,
On top of all that, he's just a straight up nice guy.
very
And
nice.
it's
Very
just
nice.
he's a pleasure to be around because he's just a nice guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
besides that, and like I said, he's a very generous teacher. So it's working out great. I've had a couple lessons with him, and I'll have more. Sometimes we get spread out. He's busy, I'm
yeah.
busy, and I'll tell you, he gives me so much to think about. Uh, I need some time between them.
Yeah.
It's one wants to digest all this information, and there's a lot of information,
There
so
is, there is. I was focusing in on this board. It looks like you're playing on a beautiful Jeffrey Parker board from the
that's
Texas
right.
back. This is just a pleasure to play on, right?
That's for sure. It's the nicest board I've ever seen her played on. That was a board he got when he won that particular year.
Right.
So
Yeah, yeah.
this was that the board is associated with that. It's yeah, it's a very special. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful.
It is. It is. I've played on them before. Let's see. I guess this is new, so there's not a lot of stuff here. Was there anything
No,
else
it's
you wanted to
mostly at
show?
this stage was mostly just dates. We're doing
Some
this, we're doing that.
pictures. You have some pictures of some other
Yeah.
things, but just some boards and the logo, of course. Um, okay, well, very good. And let me close this. I encourage people to join the Facebook group, and of course, you don't have to live in North Jersey to be on the Facebook group. It's just for everyone,
No,
right?
no.
Um,
And
so
to
good.
tell you the truth, I kind of originally thought about starting it in the three towns where I live: Woodland Park, Little Falls, and Totowa, New Jersey, which are very close and in many ways intertwined. Many ways not, but many ways intertwined. I was originally thinking that, but then I thought, I don't want to discourage people, and if I made it North Jersey, I'd let people know that everyone's welcome. Come on in. It doesn't matter where you live or what you're doing. You're certainly.
Right. That's good. That's good. So, you started like a month or two ago, and you're having meetings at that location you mentioned?
Yeah, St. Agnes Church in Little Falls.
Okay. And then how often do you do that? Is that a weekly thing, monthly thing?
Well, I started out thinking you learn every week when you're starting something new. Yeah, so I started out thinking I could do it every week, but I think that I got to develop it more first. So I'm now at 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, the first and third Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
Now we'll go from there. I've recently done some advertising in this Sage Valley Life paper as distribution of several thousand and so forth. And I think after Labor Day, I'm hoping, and I anticipate involvement picking up from people, and then we'll see if we need to increase or what we need to do with how often we meet.
Yeah. Usually when you start, it's like one person and then maybe he brings a friend. So it's like two people that start, and
Right.
then you start growing slowly. How many people have found you thus far? I know it's early.
I'm perfectly happy to grow slowly. That perfect, perfectly okay. I'm in no rush, but I'm just going to I'm trying to consistently do it and make it available. And I think some people will come in. I've been getting a lot of contact from people through Facebook
Oh,
that have
good.
now found it and are planning. Some saying I'm interested in more information. This guy and other people want to come, and so slowly but surely, I'm expecting after Labor Day, which might not sound like a lot, but to me it's a lot. I think right after Labor Day, I expect the first meeting or so to have 5 or 6 there,
That's good.
based on the feedback I've been getting on Facebook. But who knows what that'll materialize? So and then
Yeah.
I'm just going to go from there.
Yeah, we have a local group that plays in the park once a week that they get like 5 to 10 people, and it's like fine. He's been doing it for a couple of years, and it's just like it's a hobby. People go and they get away from things and they enjoy others' company and playing a game and having fun.
And I have a couple plans for as it grows, which I then think will expand. Not yet because I'm not
Right.
ready for it, but I want to maybe after the new year or something start having a tournament every month or so and invite for probably get more people from the state, just more people once it's a tournament. So I think I plan on having some experts come in and sort of do a class and discussion
Yeah.
on the night of the meeting, things like that. Maybe even we can gang up and sort of play the expert in an exhibition type way and be speaking about our move. Just this. I got some plans, but I just want to get more people sort of involved. Those that
Yeah.
I have other plans as well. So I'm going to, slowly build into them and go from there.
That's good. It sounds like you have some great initiatives. You're doing all the right things,
Well, that's
having
good to
fun.
hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is fun. I'm having fun. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. It's like backgammon is a game. A game is intended to have fun, and if you're not having fun, then what's the point?
Yeah, I'm right.
All right, so let's see. We talked about kind of all the topics. What else? Is there anything else, or do you have any final comments or things you'd like to talk about?
Uh, I don't think so. No, I think you covered a lot of things, and the group is there's no real history to the group. Like I can't, it's too new, for all those kinds of things. But I'll tell you, one comment is that I'm really grateful to be here because I think a lot of people are subscribed to your channel, and I hope some people from this particular area, so I can get some more membership, are going to see this and come on out. And of course, they can all contact me for additional information through the Facebook group, and I hope they do that.
That would be great. I hope so too. I mean, I enjoy promoting backgammon groups. What's the best way for viewers to contact you? Is it through the Facebook group?
Well, it might be the easiest for them. I mean, I'm happy to put my email right in here, and I have an email for the group, which is njbackgammonclub, Gmail, but and
Okay.
or direct message through the Facebook group and so forth,
Okay, so I'll put that email in the description.
which is
Uh,
njbackgammonclub at gmail.com.
okay, at gmail.com. I'll write that down so that
Thank you.
we have it. My pleasure. I'd like to take this opportunity to express my appreciation and gratitude for all of your hard work because I really enjoy backgammon and I try to promote it. And I really love it when other people are doing that elsewhere. You know, having this YouTube channel has given me the opportunity to meet people from all over the world. You're on the opposite side of the country, but people all over the world that I would obviously have otherwise never had the opportunity to meet.
All
Um,
right. I love your
so,
channel.
yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate what you do. I want to congratulate you as well in terms of all your work thus far, and keep up the great work. You'll get there like some of the other groups. And of course, you're certainly welcome to come back at your convenience. Do some other videos. If you have some updates, we can do some other updates once the club grows a little further.
One thing well, great. I'm sure I'm going to take you up on coming back. But I found the one really thing that's been really encouraging and extremely positive for me is all the people in the backgammon community seem to be. It's just such a friendly group of people. Just such a people. It's just a group made, an organization. The backgammon community. It's just they're very encouraging. I've asked several people for advice, which I do, and everybody's been forthcoming with their experience how to do. So that's helped a lot, and encouragement from people like you who are so experienced, have done so much, and so forth. And I get encouragement from guys like you and gals like you, and women. It's just that's really great.
Yeah, it's like a
It's
big group of
inspiring.
friends. Yeah, yeah, it's like a family. Um, so that's fantastic. Again, I'm very happy to have you, and thank you for all your work. We'll go ahead and conclude the video. Thank you to my good friend Pete Jarvis from the North Jersey Backgammon Club. Thank you to the viewers for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with a membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.